Friday, August 8th, 1975, Wabash County Public Library Oral History Program, interviewing Louis G. Kraft, Route 1, Pierceton, Indiana, at the home of his granddaughter, Mrs. John Miner at Wabash. Mr. Kraft, the first question is, tell me about your parents and where you were born and your family and so forth.
My father was Charles Kraft. My mother was Henrietta Loman Kraft. And I was born in Iowa. And we moved back from Iowa when I was just about a year old.
What did your father do?
He was farming out there, but I don't know just what work he did do when he came back. He didn't live long after they came back.
What year were you born?
82.
And that would make you how old today?
92.
92 years old. Okay. Tell me what you remember of your family when you were a little boy.
Well, I don't remember anything of my mother's and father's family, for I was only a year old when we moved out with my uncle.
But tell me that story then about moving with your uncle.
My uncle George Loman was never married. He was a brother to my mother. And we, my mother and us 4 children, moved in with him. And I made my home from there on. I was raised there on the golf course, on the old home place up on the corner.
That's at the corner of Highway 15 and Road 50 North.
Sand Road is it's called, yeah.
Sand Road?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about your boyhood and going to school and where you went to school.
Well, I went to school at the old Bear School, the one-room brick building.
What do you remember of teachers or kids or anything?
My first teacher was Miss Knurk. There's an old Knurk family out there, raised out in that neighborhood.
Go ahead.
And, of course, I just grew up with all the kids around there.
Who were some of your friends as children back that age?
Oh, there was all the Garners that grew up there in the same neighborhood. And there's a family named Hutchins that lived right in the school building. And there's the Carruthers family. That is father-in-law of Hard Hetzler's. Lived right there in the neighborhood.
What did you kids do in the summertime when you weren't in school?
Well, we made our own pleasure that time, different from nowadays. You didn't have the traveling them days like we do now. We just mostly home get together. And then as I got older, why the neighborhood would have parties that we'd attend.
How did you celebrate Christmas as a child?
Just the families. Families was always together. And our family was great to get together once a week. That is my mother's sister and different ones of the family.
When would that take place usually?
Well, that would be one place one time and the other place the other.
Yeah. Was this on Sunday?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yeah.
At Christmas, we always either had it at my mother's or my aunt's, and then at the middle of the week we'd have it at my aunt's daughter's, Alice Kraft, John Kraft's wife.
And what would you do when you had these family get-together?
Oh, nothing particular, just, but at first, then started in was the old custom that the parents, the older people all eat, the children wait till they got through and they washed the dishes and set up the table again for the children. But that's changed now.
What usually did you eat in the summertime? What kind of food?
Old homegrown stuff. We raised our own, practically had our own meat, made apple butter, and practically raised our own living.
This family you lived with now was your aunt and uncle.
No, that is my mother and uncle.
Your mother and an uncle.
Yeah.
What did he do for a living?
He's farmed.
He farmed. And where was his farm?
Up there on the old home place there where the golf course is.
Was that a large farm?
80 acres.
Did he have horses or mules?
Done all the work with horses.
Now, when you got old enough, were you able to help him on the farm?
Yeah, I practically done all the work after I got old enough, till I left.
How old were you when you left?
25 years.
Oh, you stayed until you were 25 years old? After.
And that was before the automobile or the tractor came in. I quit farming just as the tractor began to come in.
Well, tell me what it was like farming with horses.
Oh, it was, you didn't tend so many acres. And it was, 40 acres of corn was a big crop for one person to tend. And then the threshing, of course, was all done with neighborhood. They'd, some of them would stack their grain, and then later in the season, a separator would come in and they'd thresh it out of the stack. But most of it was done right out of the field.
How many horses did he have?
Oh, at one time he was great for keeping a lot of horses. He had about 12 or 14.
Would he be trading all the time?
No, he didn't, but as soon as I got old enough, I did, and he soon got rid of them.
Did you make some good trades?
Oh, I thought so at the time.
Were you dealing with professionals like the Talbert brothers, or?
I made one trade one time, but I had to trade back, so that wasn't so good.
What happened?
The fellow wasn't satisfied after we traded.
How far did you go in school? How many grades?
Oh, about 80 odd.
No, grades in school. How many grades did you?
8th grade.
8th grade. And did you go to high school in those days?
No, I did. I stopped at the 8th grade.
And then you just went on to the farm. And, and worked on the farm. Did your mother's brother, I assume, was not married?
No, he was never married.
And he never did marry?
No.
What did you do at 25? You left the farm. Did your mother stay there with her brother?
Yeah, she stayed there and she died. He left her the 80 acres. And when I was married, I moved on the Albert farm, which belonged to the Wabash Brewery that time. And then it went to Tom Albert. Tom took it over the year I left the Albert farm.
Now, where was the Albert farm?
It is west on Sand Road, right the other side of McCaleb's seed house.
And you went to farming then at 25 and married and went to farming?
Farming.
Did you have any unusual experiences up until the time you were 25? Were you ever sick or any big event come along?
No, nothing particular.
Do you remember the men leaving for the Spanish-American War?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I was exempt on account of my children.
That would be for World War I.
Yeah.
How about the Spanish-American War? You would have been about 17 years old then. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's the one I spoke of.
Being exempt from the Spanish-American War, 1898?
No.
I think you would have been exempt for World War I.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Bachelor Creek Church, and that runs a long ways back. And
it was an old frame building, one big room with a partition down the center. The ladies sat on one side, the men on the other. And it was built by Mark Honeywell's father. And I attended Sunday school and church there till the year they rebuilt it. And I helped do the work on that. Then, of course, they've done away with that and built the other new one since.
Back in those days, would the minister come to visit the families on Sunday, maybe with his wife?
Yeah.
And what would you do then? Besides being on your good behavior?
Oh, I stayed away from them.
Would he usually come to eat? Would that be?
Yeah, they'd come. We was always invited to come for a new meal. And The old church had a big open platform in front of the two doors. There was a door on each side. And a big stove on one each side to warm the building.
But the men and women were not allowed to sit together.
Well, they didn't until later years.
Yeah. And what was usually the mark when a boy would move over with the men? What was usually?
Well, if you had a girl you wanted to sit close to, she got on one side of the petition and you got on the other.
Yeah. That was close enough, huh?
That was close enough.
Yeah. What was Highway 15? What was it like back when you were a child?
Well, it was a gravel road till I don't know whether that was 23 or 24. The D.A. Pike paved it out to the school building.
Uh-huh. That'd be the Chippewa School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first pavement that's done on 15.
Well, that still didn't reach your farm then, did it? Chippewa School wouldn't have reached your farm. You were
Well, I'd quit farming and then built a filling station there across from the school building.
Uh-huh. How did you happen to get into the filling station business?
Well, the trustee owned all the hacks that time, school buses.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to him and I asked him if I'd put in a filling station, if I could have their business, and he'd give it to me.
I think to put this in perspective, the Chippewa gas station was built right across the road from the Chippewa High School.
Yeah, that was built in 22.
The high school was?
No,
The gas station?
then a year or two after that is when they remodeled the old building and built onto it.
Uh-huh. You didn't have to bid on the gasoline business? They just automatically gave it to you? The gasoline business?
Yeah, that was all.
For the hacks? They just,
Yeah.
They did.
For the trustee owned them that time and hired the driver.
Uh-huh. How many buses did they have out of Chippewa?
I think it was 6.
6, yeah. Were there many other automobiles in that part of the
Yes, they
town?
began to get quite a few at that time.
What brand of gasoline did you sell?
I started in with the St. Clair and then changed to Standard. And I bought my first automobile in 16,
What kind?
a Ford,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Everyone had Fords.
Yeah.
Was the gas station business profitable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it?
At that time, it is no use to pass a Ford on the road, for there'd be another right in front of you.
Yeah. How much were you getting for gasoline when you started out?
I think started at 22 cents.
What hours did you keep in the gas station?
Oh, just whatever I wanted. Sometimes they'd call me out after I'd closed up. For I lived right there in the yard.
What were the big problems with automobiles in those days?
Well, the first, back in 16, was your roads with ruts in them in the winter. Tire, get down with them ruts, tear your tire all to pieces. A lot of times you couldn't travel on the crossroad.
Did tires were rather expensive also, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah. Did you handle tires also? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't a specialized business for
No.
in town or anything like that. Well, then you also saw the transformation on the farm from the mule and the horse to the tractor.
Yeah.
Now, were you selling the farmers? Were you selling them gasoline also?
I quit farming when I sold Mark 20 acres to raise turkeys. And I only had 40 acres left then, and I quit farming and rented the ground.
Why did he want to raise turkeys then?
He took a notion to raise them for the market. And he shipped the first, he only tried it 1 year. He shipped them to Chicago. They put them in barrels and shipped them to Chicago. And then he quit the turkey business and went into the pheasants. He raised pheasants.
Was he more successful with pheasants?
No.
What year was that?
He just turned them all loose.
The pheasants?
Yeah.
What year would that have been?
Well, he went out over the country and buy an old setting hen, any place he could find, and he had the carpenter make him, I think it is 24 separate roosts, coops for them hens to set on. He had ordered the eggs in and hatched them and had them in a big field. Well, of course, them pheasants were just as tame as you could walk right up to them. Well, when the season opened, Mark wanted the state to declare that a game reserve. Well, they wouldn't do it. They said they sold license for anybody could just went out and shoot them anyway. So Mark had signs printed, and he covered the whole county, part of Miami and part of Marion County. Signs put up, had the farmers put them up, no hunting, to protect. They just scattered and went everywhere. They didn't stay there long.
Mark Honeywell bought 20 acres from you personally?
Yeah.
What price did he pay for it in those days?
I think that was $200 an acre.
Yeah, was that good price?
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah. And those 20 acres are where now? Is that the golf course?
It's in the golf course now.
Yeah.
He bought the first 5 acres where he built his lodge off of my mother right on the back side of the place, clear across the place. That's where he built his first country lodge.
Yeah.
And then he got into that studio and that big building, so he didn't want to make the investment on rented ground. He had it rented to my sister, her lifetime. Well, he went ahead and bought all of us heirs out, what is left. My brother had 5 and myself. My other brother had died. So he bought us out and went ahead and put up the big building, and he had the studio in. That's where he went to Miami when my daughter went with him.
What year would that have been?
I was 27.
1927? Yeah. Of course, he was very successful by this time, and I'm sure had the money. Were you around when he decided to start raising chow dogs?
What, he decided what?
Raising dogs. The dogs. Chows. He had little chow dogs that he was raising?
No, he never had them out there.
Yeah, that you knew of. Yeah.
No.
Did you see Mr. Honeywell quite often?
Yeah, I visited with him quite. I'd go down to the office. You'd think he'd be too busy. He'd tell me to come in the office. Maybe he'd sit there and talk an hour. You'd thought he was too busy, but
what would he want to talk about?
just whatever come up.
Well, of course, he was very successful and probably had the time to spend with friends and neighbors and so forth.
And then I sold him the rest of my ground when they decided on the country club.
What year?
That was in 44.
Did you get a good price for it, a fair price?
Yes, he paid me a good price.
Why didn't they ever buy the gas station?
He didn't want the house. He didn't want the buildings. He just wanted the ground.
Did you ever offer him the gas station and the house?
No.
That's odd, isn't it?
He wasn't interested in that part.
How long did you stay operating the gas station then?
Oh, about 10 years.
And then what did you do?
I leased it out and I went on the road for a feed company. Had a district salesman for the Murphy Feed Company.
How old were you then?
Oh, that was I think that was in 31. And
You're almost 50 years old. Now, how long did you stay on selling feed?
10 years.
And then what did you do?
Then I did nothing.
You retired at 61?
I moved to Peru then and worked a little with the boys in the machine shop that time.
Did you ever have any interesting experiences in the Depression?
No, I was pretty lucky during the Depression. I was hired by the township to drive a school bus, and we milked 6 cows and I had the filling station. So I went through that depression. I burnt corn instead of coal, though, at that time.
Why?
Corn was cheaper than coal, 15 cents a bushel for corn.
Uh-huh.
I had a couple of friends that had borrowed $1,000 to bank, and they had to sell 1,500 bushel of corn to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now they wouldn't believe that this day.
Well, you couldn't produce that much by yourself, could you? Could you produce 1,500 bushels off a small farm?
Oh no, no. At that time, from 60, 65, considered as a good crop.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Didn't raise it like they do now.
So you really weren't worried during the Depression?
No, I wasn't, for a fact.
Yeah.
Kids was right there handy the schoolhouse, didn't have no transportation for high school, and they always come home at noon, and it was kind of an easy time for me.
Good. There's another interesting period in Indiana history and Wabash County history, and that's the Ku Klux Klan in 1926.
I had a lot of neighbors told me I was foolish for not joining, but I never joined.
Did anyone try to influence you to join?
Yeah.
But you resisted them?
I made it very plain that I wouldn't.
Were they strong out in your area?
Oh, yes. They was pretty strong. I was driving the school hack, and one of the school hack drivers, he was a strong Ku Klux, come to me that morning and he said, there'll be a fellow down to voting booth, tell you how to vote. I said, like hell he will.
That was when they were electing the governor and the...
That was the one day. Then the next day after the election, you couldn't find one anyplace.
Yeah. Well, those were interesting times in Indiana.
It was.
Particularly in Indiana. When World War II came on, what did you do?
Well, I didn't have anything outside of the filling station.
World War II, in the 40s, and then you gradually retired. Then.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first automobile that you saw in Wabash?
Yeah.
What was it, and what were the circumstances?
It was a Rambler. I think Oliver Scott's father owned it. He had a store there in Wabash. They had a farm just north of me. That's the first one I rode in was all right. Had one. There was a ice cream social at the Bachelor Creek, and him and his wife came over and took me and my wife out to that social in that automobile. It was an open, no top.
Was that a big occasion in those days? I presume it would be. That was big time. Do you remember when you got electricity at home?
Yeah, I built a new house, but there was no line going to Rowan at that time, and I didn't have it wired. But when they put the line to Rowan, I had the house wired then.
Do you remember your first telephone?
Well, that was up at the old home place.
Was that a big event in the family with having a telephone?
Yes, it was one of the old you crank.
How about radio, when radio came?
Well, the first one I had was one of these little sets with headphones. That was the first one. And kids from school and neighbors would come in there and listen to it in the nights.
Do you think that people are better off today with all the conveniences, or was it better when you were young?
Oh, in a way, yes. They get to see more of the country and do more than you could at that time. Drive with a horse and buggy was a long trip any place.
Did you get into Wabash often as a child?
Oh yeah, when I was growing up, I was in Wabash 2 or 3 times a week.
With the horse and buggy?
Yeah.
What would you do when you came to town usually?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Food was cheap and the recreation was
Yeah.
cheap.
Uh-huh.
Of course, nobody had much money either.
And we'd have a lot of horse races at night
Where?
all over the country. Get anybody that had a good horse that could move anyway. I was looking for him.
Well, that wouldn't be too different from the kids in their cars racing, would
Yeah, that is. I think with just about as much dangers. Of course, there wasn't as many accidents, but then a lot of times in dark we couldn't see very far ahead of us at that.
Yeah.
We trusted to the horse to look after it.
Yeah.
For the automobile, I think it's the driver.
Do you remember any unusually cold winters?
Oh, we used to when I was a boy. The river bottom would always get covered, and we could go down there and skate over the fences and every place. And a lot of winters, the snow would crust till we could get out and skate to town on the crust over the fences.
Do you remember any unusually hot summers?
Oh no, never bothered at that time.
Yeah, didn't bother you, huh?
When I was a young kid, I picked tomatoes for 25 cents a day
Where?
on the Bear farm, or it's a farm that I had where I built a filling station. That was 10 hours a day, too.
25 cents a day.
25 cents a day. It was always 10 hours.
Yeah. Well, that isn't too bad. Probably 6 days a week.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of course,
yeah.
25 cents bottle lot also. Yeah, 25 cents bottle lot. How about Timothy Kraft? What do you remember of him?
Oh, I just remember him as more of his size. He wasn't a big man. His wife was quite heavy and bigger than him, and they lived north from the standpipe that time. And then they left here and went to Marion. But we never, my mother never visited much with them till after he died. Then his widow and our family visited quite a bit.
How old did your mother live to? How old was she when she died?
When she died,
Yes.
84.
84. But your father died young.
Yeah,
What did he die of?
I don't know.
How old was he?
He was, I couldn't tell you that, just exactly how old he was.
Is that house still in the family out there? Is that house that you were raised in still in the family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that house belongs to the country club now.
It belongs to them.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark gave it the ground to the country club.
Did you ever consider working for Mark Honeywell?
No, we never had anything that I wanted to do.
Of course, he had a lot of many activities out
Yeah.
there, and
Oh, I worked out at the plant during the war of nights, but that was practically all.
what did you do at the plant?
I was routing clerk, as they called it. I was on the road for the feed company, but we couldn't get any feed. So I worked down there at night and go out and call all the customers at daytime.
Now, Florence started working for Mr. Honeywell young, wasn't she? Rather
Yeah,
young when she started. And just being close to the house and the Honeywell lodge. And
Yeah, they lived back there on his property.
Yeah.
When he had the studio, then she went south with him.
Do you remember the first Mrs. Honeywell?
First what?
The first Mrs. Honeywell. Do you remember her?
Oh, yes, for I was not acquainted, but I knew all the family when they lived right here on Market Street. All of them.
Yeah, in town here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Lutzes.
Yes. That's right. That was her maiden name, and of course they lived. The house is gone now. That's
Yeah.
where the bank is now. Did you have any money in the? Speaking of banks, did you have any money in the bank when the banks failed?
No, I didn't.
You kept it all at home.
What I had, yeah.
Yeah. Well, usually someone had a little bit of
The only good deal I ever made, I had life insurance with a company in Illinois, and when I traded for the farm down there, I cashed it. And 2 weeks after I cashed it, they closed. So that was the only time I was lucky.
Yeah. Well, that was a good move on your part.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Did you ever think you'd live this long?
No, I never.
Yeah. Is it worthwhile?
Oh, I guess I wouldn't complain. I got nothing to complain about, I guess.
Yeah. You look like you're in good health. And,
Pretty good.
yeah, I think that's just great. I think that's great.
Well, his grandfather,
Mark was building a entrance there at the south end of the driveway.
Uh-huh.
And he had a mason from Rhode Island named Jim Needham putting it up. Well, Jim worked on that 3 days. Mark had come out, tear that down. That ain't the way I want it. So the third day, Jim told me, he said, what'll these people out here think of me working here 3 days on this? And he just went ahead and put it.
Now, why'd you repeat that for me now? What about going to Florida?
When my daughter went to Florida with Mark studio, he rented a big house on the end of Lincoln Road, right on the water. Well, it was a lovely place. I'd sit out there on the lawn, and I told the folks, I said, these people going by here thinks I can afford to sit out here.
Did you know Marvin Pettiford when he worked for Mr. Honeywell, the black man from
Who?
Marvin Pettiford?
Oh, yes, but through the Honeywell model.
Of course, you were gone out of that area when they built the golf course, weren't you?
No, I was
Out of that area.
yeah.
Out of that
They
area.
built it. I moved out of there just after they bought it.
What do you do now at 92? What's your life like?
Nothing.
Nothing? What time do you get up in the morning?
It was when 9 o'clock this morning.
9 o'clock. And what do you do in the morning?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, I take her around out there.
Yeah.
We raised our own garden.
Do you?
Yeah, plenty.
Do you go to bed early?
Part of the time.
Do you?
What?
Well, what's early? What time?
The wife gets to beat me too much and gin rub me, and I go to bed.
Do you? You come in usually every day to go, or every Sunday to go to church still?
No, it's too far to drive in hot weather.
Yeah.
It's about a 30-mile drive.
Mm-hmm. But you don't come in the summertime?
So,
Yeah. Well, I think that's nice that you have a chance to still drive, and you still drive?
yeah.
You do the driving?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a compliment to your good health and to your good vision, too. Do you still read a lot?
No, my eyes bother me. I have too fine a print. I don't read it.
Do you watch television?
Yeah, but there's isn't a great many stations we can get up there.
Mm-hmm. What type programs do you like?
Oh, I like football
Football.
special.
Well, there's plenty of it on in the fall.
Yeah, from now on.
Yeah, there's plenty of football on, that's for sure. Well, I think I'll thank you, Mr. Kraft, for taking your time this afternoon.
All right.